Good day and welcome to the Sport Rep Show. This is your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, unpacking the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. And now for your latest on the hit list. Okay. Jeez. And now the first story is about the chess. The Namibia Chess Federation Zone 8 hosted its inaugural Bank Windhoek School Chess individual qualifiers last weekend at Rundu Secondary School. The annual competition saw 34 learners from Kavango East, Jafet Haigambo Primary School, Surungu Combined School, Dama Combined School, Friendly Private School, Rudolph Ngondo Primary School, and Zilas Tutorial Center test their strategic brilliance for a chance to compete at the National School Chess Individual Championships. Winners of the National Championship Individual Championships competition will advance to represent the country at the World School Chess Championship from 19 to 29 March in Vrnjačka Banja, Serbia, and later at the Africa Schools Championships from 22 to 29 May in Mombasa, Kenya. And now this is some unusual story that you don't hear every day. It is about dominoes. I'm sure many of you have played dominoes in your daily schedules. Team Pirates Smithley Garizep and Terence Dowsep won the Benevolent Club's second dominoes tournament hosted at the Coffee Tree Restaurant in Windhoek last weekend. The highly anticipated competition proved to be an exciting and memorable event. The tournament brought together 20 teams from Usakos, Reelworth, Karibep, and Windhoek for a day filled with intense competition, camaraderie, and fun. The top 8 teams in the competition advanced from the pool stages to knockout rounds, and then the grand final. A total of 4 prizes were awarded, with teams battling fiercely for the top spots. However, beyond the competition, the event was about the joy of the game, the friendship formed, and the shared love for dominoes. Congratulations on those guys there. Dominoes obviously is a sport that has been played, or a game that has been played in the dusty streets and obviously in homes and places, but not really a sport that has come of age yet. So we hope that they will be able to advance the sport and make Namibia and make it go beyond borders. And now on to a different story, obviously a sad one here. The Ministry of Sport revisited obviously the decision that they made about the mourning period. Government has reiterated its appeal for citizens to refrain from hosting large gatherings and sporting events during the national mourning period for late founding President Sam Nujoma, while clarifying that restrictions are not legally binding and that no punitive measures will be taken against those who proceed with their planned events. One of the stuff that was being debated about was that the stadiums will definitely be empty during these times, because the Ministry of Sport has actually allowed that is the events to continue but with no spectators. News that we're hearing is that some football clubs are not happy with the decision and plan to drag their feet on kicking any ball until they are able to play with spectators, claiming that they make money from gate takings and playing without spectators will be like a loss. The Namibia Football Association was yet to pronounce itself on the matter on whether it will allow football to continue in the country or will force teams to play without spectators. One of the news that we had was that they are going to consult, that is with the government, to know or to hear on the way forward. One thing that we know is that the Namibia women's team, the Gladiators, are busy preparing for an important African Cup of Nations qualifiers in Uganda. They were allowed to train, they are allowed to train, and that's what the government said. It won't stop, especially teams that are going on national duties, from preparing and practicing and sharpening their skills for these competitions. And now on to some cycling news. Obviously this one is a big one, but first let's visit the marketplace before the hit list continues.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
And now we have news for you that is from the northern side of Namibia. I'm sure King Kauluma Palace fans will be happy to hear this. The Ndangwa Town Council Chief Executive Officer Ismail Namgongo this month said that the construction of the Ndangwa Sports Stadium is progressing well and will host its first games end of the year. Namgongo, who made the remarks during the official handover of donation to King Kauluma Palace Sports Club, said the state-of-the-art facility, which is the Northern Namibia High Performance Sports Center, NNHPSC, will serve as a beacon of hope, a hub of activity, and a cornerstone for the development of sports in Oshana region. We move on to more football news, and this is about futsal. You will be surprised about this one. Namibia will participate, that is in the futsal Women's AFCON 2025. The 2025 Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations is scheduled to take place from April 22 to 30, 2025 in Rabat, Morocco. This inaugural tournament will feature 9 teams competing for the title and qualification spots for the 2025 FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup in the Philippines. The live draw for the tournament is scheduled for tomorrow, that is the 13th of February 2025, at the CAF headquarters. The participating teams are Morocco, which is the host, Angola, Cameroon, Egypt, Guinea, Madagascar, Namibia, Senegal, and Tanzania. Now on to some cycling news. As we alluded to earlier, that is Dricus Coutier coming in third, sharing a position there in one of the gruesome races that you can find on this world. So let's see a video from Dricus there.
So we're waiting for Dricus Coutier and Kevin Bekenstein. And they have been trying to drop each other for the last 100 kilometers. Here they come, and it looks like they didn't manage to drop each other, so they are going to share third place.
I talked to him at CQ1 and I didn't realize it was sick.
Congratulations.
They didn't manage to drop each other.
Congratulations. Nothing happened. He's here, the Dricus.
That's good. So like before checkpoint 3, I checked the gap and it was small.
Yeah.
Probably.
Who's ahead of you? Or you were ahead of him?
No, the other 2 guys at checkpoint 3.
Ah, yeah.
I really started pushing for the
Yeah,
win.
I saw you were catching.
I started to believe I can, and I think the gap was, the one says 90 kilometers. I still believed I could. And yes, I just pushed. The sand I got really close, like 13 kilometers or 12 kilometers, maybe somewhere there. And yeah, then the sand just screwed my plans for winning. And then afterwards, I said, well, podium will be good. To come that far back in the field, I think maybe 16, 20th or something like that.
Yeah.
Like between kilometer 160 and 260, the petrol station, I had absolutely nothing in my legs. Like, the leading woman came past me, I couldn't go along. I just had absolutely nothing.
He's in tears completely.
So, yeah. No, I had a good ride. I must be satisfied.
Yeah. And getting on the podium after that start was a
Sprint.
tough
Getting
start
on the
was
podium
impressive.
after that, it's good, yeah.
For sure.
But let's see.
Unfinished business. Unfinished business.
He's good. He's happy.
We've been trying to do that since I was 16. It was a great day.
How long it went to start this?
Just after that dam,
Yeah. That's like
a very long way.
400 kilometers.
And then we, yeah. And then, just the time when he stopped last year, I mean, it was more pathetic. Like, it's like, you just, after, so, I mean, we started going after 1180, I guess, whatever it is. And then you do 250 watts, which is now like exponentially more in real terms, and you just get empty. And I promise you, when we, like, before the surfer plays, when we would try go, but like we'd stand up and both of our legs would just burn, and you like haven't felt lactic for like 3 days, and suddenly everything is just burning, everything. So yeah, it's amazing. Just you don't realize how empty you are because you're riding like within yourself, and then when you can't, because now that oak decides it's go time. I mean, he got 6 minutes on me maybe 3 times today.
Yeah.
And then I had to bring it back. And you just have to believe, like, because you're just like, well, I'm here. Like,
Go. It's not over till it's over.
You have to believe that he's going to slow down, and he has to believe that I'm going to slow down. I mean, the one time he was away, he had like 2 minutes on me, I was about to run out of water. I ran into the bakery, I said, I'm using your tap. I don't even know if it was drinking water. I just filled my bladder from the tap and ran out. Oh, and I grabbed 10 euros, I took 3 chocolate croissants and ran out. It's like, I need some food.
You have a birthday?
Pardon?
You have a birthday?
It's my birthday today.
Yeah. Happy birthday. That's a good present.
My only goal was to finish on my birthday. I was like, I have to finish before midnight tonight. Because last time I did, I finished like 9 in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and that was like a bit of a wake-up call for me actually. Because, I mean, that's why I'm so emotional, because for us from the southern tip, it's so hard to get the opportunity to race and to compete. It's not like we can even learn. We have to come to the big ones, learn and race and everything in one go. Like Jikas did last year. I had my head kicked in 2 years ago. And then both came back, and like neither of us had great starts. Like, we're like 20th. And we just held that belief and just went and went and went. And like, stick to the plan.
Never outside.
Obviously, we know the school.
And then we started the climb, and Anatoly really went for it.
Yeah.
And I came from behind, and I just.
Yeah, because the beginning of the video is very steep. Before all the turns,
It's like and we went so fast.
oh nice.
But this last 120 is hard. This last 50 is very hard. Yeah, last 50 is hard, yeah.
You want to say something to the people? So in the end, because there are a lot of people cheering your life.
Cheering me.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, thanks for the support, thanks for dot watching. Yeah, I hope I put on a good show for all of you. At one stage I was really thinking I can still go for the win. As I got to checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3, and then unfortunately I got my plans got derailed by the sand. I thought it would be the same as last year, which was a bit more hard. Then I lost too much time, so the best position from there would be for me just to go for the podium, the 3rd position. And also during the night I got very tired, so I got these small blackouts on the bike, so then I needed to sleep again before going over the mountain because it was very dangerous. So then I just slept again, but it's the first race where I sleep a lot, well, a lot more than I'm used to. And yeah, the nice thing is I can see that I still have the power in my legs to catch up and control a race like I wanted to do, so that's very nice to see. And every race you learn something, and this race I learned that sleeping more you can definitely go faster, you've got more power. So I didn't have the mindset before, but now I'll definitely be ease of mind and sleep more and then push the pedals here. But everyone watching and cheering us all, thank you so much, and I'm very glad to have my first ultra podium.
Well done.
Congrats.
That was Dricus Coetzee in the Atlas Mountains of Morocco. We will now go for another short break, and after that it is your take.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit paratus.africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared, Paratus.
On your take, we have a chat that is with Namibia Sports Commission Chief Administrator Freddie Muya in terms of the plans for 2025. Enjoy. Yes, Sport Rep is joined, that is by the Namibia Sports Commission Chief Administrator Master Freddie Simata Muya. Compliments to the new year, sir.
Compliments and wishing everybody a very productive 2025.
Yes, a productive one indeed, we hope for. Well, it is the beginning of the year and I'm sure your office has been busy. We just saw Timetronics coming here a few weeks back. Well, can you just outline some of the plans you have for this year?
We started very well. As you know, beginning of the year, it's a year whereby you start finalizing all the plans, though we started with all the plans from last year. And we started implementing some of the plans already for this year. But one and foremost, the most important part that we did this year was to bring together all the federation presidents and all the federation secretary generals. As you know, those are the two centers of power to run a federation. One providing fiduciary duties, second one doing maintaining and also implementing decisions of the executives. So we managed to have a very successful workshop which lasted for 8 hours, and we actually divided the two groups into various sections. And apart from that, now we are going to have what we call a general assembly, where we invite the majority of all our sports going on the 22nd of February, where a message about sport and where we are going this year that need to be given by the office of the Honorable Minister of Sport, Youth and National Services. If you look about this year, we look for many projects of sport activity this year. You know, we are hosting the AUSC Region 5 Youth Games in Namibia. So we started already with the plans of preparing Team Namibia, and we are very happy that we are at a very advanced stage as it stands.
That is wonderful to hear that. Obviously, we hope that the stadium and everything will be ready for the Region 5 games. Master Muya, one of the things that obviously we discussed last year was about taking sports to greater heights here, and one of the things that we saw was that indeed a delegation that traveled to Botswana to assess and see what they are doing right in terms of sports development. They just recently got a medal at the Olympics as well, which was very important. What can you say about that progress, and what has the Sports Commission done so far in order to just advance plans to actually bring sports to a great height?
You know, if you look about our theme, Los Angeles 2028 and beyond, it already resonates very well with our plan of action to ensure that come 2028 and beyond, that we can also be able to send a very competent team to the Olympic Games and Paralympic Games. What we have done so far, we are working on what we call the Triple P, which we call it the Podium Performance Program, and we are going to embark upon some training with coaches on sport development program, athlete pathway program, so that by the end of the day we can have a group of elite athletes that we need to spend much money on, and then we train these athletes through the federations, that by the end of the day we have got a very competent team. In the month of March we are embarking what we call it a roadshow trip across the whole country, where we are also revamping the whole sports structure within the country in all the 14 regions, because we realize if we do not actually go to the regions, that's where the talent are. And we really need to do what we call coaching clinics. We have identified 3 clusters in the country. We've got cluster A, cluster B, and cluster C. We'll also be taking plus or minus 15 coaches from various sports courts. Then for a week session, we spend some time in one region, and we provide training, clinics, especially the coaches, that we capacitate the coaches, that at the end of the day they can actually remain with the skills and also grow the skills among the athletes.
One of the things we know that it is indeed a very important year in terms of the country. Obviously, there are expected to be a new administration. Yes, we did speak, and I'm not going to put you on the spot in terms of who you want as the Minister of Sport or who you feel as the Minister of Sport. But I just want to ask, how important will this be, and what do you expect maybe from the incoming minister in terms of just administration?
Obviously, when you run that office, there's a need for one to understand the dynamic that are involved in the field of sport, the challenges that are involved in the field of sport, and also the crucialness of this industry, that is one of the biggest industry ever, to be very honest, especially if you look in the European world. They look at sport, it's one of the biggest industry. You look about West and East Africa, and they look at sport, it's one of the crucial industry. I think we need somebody who can come and who can actually be able to do any transformation. I think we are ready to support whoever is going to take that position. My job is to provide the advice that is required, and by the end of the day, we all win together. If we lose, we lose together. So we need to have a collective team effort that we are there to serve the nation.
Definitely. One last word from the Sports Commission office.
I really call upon brothers and sisters, especially the corporate world, yes, that we need to formulate partnership with our federations. Gone are the days where you say you are a sponsor, but the partnership is needed, because by partnering with our federations, that's the only way we can grow sport, and that's the only way we can also grow your brand.
Thank you so much, sir, and good luck to 2025.
Okay.
That was Namibia's Sports Commission Chief Administrator Freddie Muya. Well, Ariochad is on standby on the other side with the latest in the national news. Let's hear from him. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, it is goodbye.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It is Champions League football that was played, the best in Europe. It was first leg games, and a big result for Real Madrid. They beat Manchester City away. That was at the Etihad. It was a close game, 3-2. The winner, Real Madrid, important away win for them. It was Erling Haaland that scored already in the 19th minute for Manchester City, and at one stage in the 80th minute, Manchester City led by 2-1. But the winner was scored in the 92nd minute by Jude Bellingham for Real Madrid. That was after Real Madrid also scored in the 86th minute, and that's for them to win by 3-2. The second round game between Real Madrid and Manchester City will be played in Madrid. That's on the 18th of February. Other first leg games that was played, Borussia Dortmund, they beat Sporting Lisbon by 3-0, and that was a away win for them. And Juventus, they beat PSV at home by 2-1. So that is all Champions League action. On to ATP Women's Tennis, Qatar Open that's been played. Most of the world top players on the women's side of world tennis playing there. The big news there, number 1 seed, that's Aryna Sabalenka, the 2-time Australian winner. She lost to Ekaterina Alexandrova from Russia. The score there was 6-3, 3-6 and 7-6. So the first seed out in the Qatar Open. Also number 3 seed, Coco Gauff, also lost in the round of 32. It's a big surprise. She lost to Marta Kostic, and the score there was 6-2 and 7-5. Better results for some of the other higher seed players. It was Jessica Pegula. She beat Elena Svitolina of the Ukraine 6-3 and 7-6. And also Paula Badosa through to the next round. And also Elena Rybakina also beating Peyton Steers. And that score was 6-2 and 6-4. And to close off today's international sports news, it is rugby news, and it is Wales that announced the new interim coach, and that is Matt Sheriff. That will be the coach for the rest of the Six Nations season. Mid-season, it's a big surprise, but the results wasn't good. It is Wales that announced on mutual consent with Warren Gatland that Warren Gatland will step down as the coach of Wales with immediate effect. And it is not a good run for Wales. They've lost 14th consecutive games now, and it is Warren Gatland that was going to be the coach until the 2027 World Cup in Australia, but he's stepped down now. It was Warren Gatland that served them well in previous times when he was coach. They won 3 Grand Slams. They also played in 2 World Cup semi-finals, but now Wales is number 12 on the world rankings, and a tough next game for them on the 22nd of February. They play against Ireland in Cardiff. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.